you're not. So they both had some good ones, but they both had plenty of forced shots, and so we were in a rush, and that got us a little out of sorts, and we made an amazing comeback, and our guys were fantastic, fighting to get back into the game, had a chance to tie it at the end. But again, for 48 minutes, I didn't feel like we executed very well in terms of keeping our poise and trying to get great looks.
Do you think that the isolation of the offense in the series with all the switching is impacting Clay's game at all, and is there any way to get him going considering that stuff?
If we show poise, patience, and look to go from quick shots to great shots, then it'll help everybody, including Clay. I'm going to keep repeating the same thing. Come up with a different question, please.
What's up with Clay?
I'll ask about something a little different. With the 5 and 4 guards, what challenges do those lineups present you guys?
Well, it puts one more three-point shooter on the floor, and they did that more tonight than they had in the first few games. And obviously, it's a challenge to guard the three-point line when they've got 5 of those guys out there, and they took 50 of them tonight. And that's how they play, and so you've got to be disciplined, and you've got to keep playing when they do make some, with the idea that you stay in the game, you keep playing, you keep putting pressure on them, and there's going to be plenty of opportunities to make a push and make a run. Again, as long as you stay focused and continue to grind away. But I thought they were great. They played really hard. They had their crowd behind them, and again, they did what they had to do. Winning their 2 home games.
With coaching against dealing with Harden since 2015, is this the most aggressive you've seen him be? The most efficient?
He's always been pretty good. I don't. It's hard for me to look back and compare from one year to the next because last year he was the MVP in 7-game series. He's tough to handle. Obviously, he's a great player and has a lot of ways to score and get to the rim, and so we've just got to stay with it. But I think we've done this plenty of times, so we know what we have to do.
Steve, your left. It seemed like in the fourth quarter after makes, Draymond was really pushing them in transition, even after they hit a 3 or something. You emphasize in timeout?
Yeah, we like to play with that pace. Obviously, the Rockets play a much slower pace than we do, so it's important that we continue to push the ball. Draymond did a really good job of that tonight.
Based on years left, you talked about intensity and you used the word force, and I assume a lot of that is just a mental approach. But how hard is it simply to match their physicality just with the way a lot of guys are physically built on that Rockets?
Yeah, they got a lot of middle linebackers on that team. They're sturdy, and we look like more like volleyball players, long and lean. But we've done this many times before, and we've played all kinds of different teams. And everybody tries to be physical with us, because they should. That's the best way to try to beat us. And so Houston's very physical. They're very good. But I'll go back to it again. We know what we have to do. Andre's always great. One of the smartest players I've ever been around, and we ask a lot of him in terms of guarding James and Chris, and so he wasn't his best game, but he always makes a big impact.
Steve, you talk about the pace of play that you guys play compared to the Rockets, and then you talk about rushing shots on the offensive side. Is that something you picked up on extremely early tonight, or you just saw it more through the course of the second quarter into the third quarter?
No, we picked up on it early, and talked about it throughout the game.
Steve Teal. Houston have played you guys as tough as anyone the last couple of years. Great series last year. This one's very compelling too. Obviously, your main focus is to win, but are you enjoying this battle, your tactical battle with Mike, seeing your guys compete
Yes.
with Vegas?
I love this. I do. This is, I mean, you kidding me? To be able to coach basketball in the NBA and the greatest players in the world and to be part of this competition, it's amazing. It's so much fun.
All right, one more over here for Logan, and that's it.
Coach Logan Murdoch, NBC Sports Bay Area. 2 questions. One, you guys were out rebounded for the 2nd straight game. How do you kind of get whatever you guys had in the first 2 games as far as the rebounding?
Some of it is it's technique, and when they've got to spread out with 5 shooters, there's a lot of long rebounds, so we're not going to get all of them. But some of it is technique and awareness, and finding the guys who are crashing and anticipating long rebounds because of the number of 3-point shots that they take.
And the second question is all season, like you guys are of the Warriors of old, and you guys are kind of running on all cylinders, but then you guys hit a hurdle. It seemed like it was like that in the first round as well. And how do you overcome whatever it is to kind of get that knockout blow against the team when you guys are up at a certain point in time?
This is what it's about. This is the NBA playoffs, the best teams in the league, and we're playing a great team, and we know what the game plan is, and we know how good they are. So it's just about competition. That's it. Thanks, everyone.